beautiful souls, and welcome to your prediction for February for the moon signs and in general energetically. And this is a psychic tarot reading. Do stay tuned. We are back with the moon sign readings, but let's start with some general energies, right? Astrologically, we have quite a lot happening in February. I'm not going to spend too much time on the astrology because, of course, there are a lot of amazing astrologers to follow here on YouTube, and I have linked some below. But firstly, it is very important to mention that we're going to have a super stellium of 7 planets in Aquarius. So if you didn't know what Aquarius energy felt like, well, you will be able to feel what the Aquarius energy is all about in February. So tap in, sit with it, feel through it. Quite importantly, we have Mercury retrograding also in Aquarius. That is starting on the 30th of January. So as we enter February, that's already begun. And I do believe it stations direct around the 21st. And I'm sure most of you know about this Mercury retrograde energy already, right? It creates a little bit of a slowed down feeling in terms of communication, understanding, logistical movements, getting meetings going. It's not really a great time to initiate and start new projects, right? But it's fine if you're continuing with negotiations on a project that's already had the seeds planted. I'm not saying sit and do nothing over this time, but it is essential that we are patient and that we recognize certain triggers are going to emerge because of the misunderstandings, because of the difficulty around conversation and communication. So do be cautious about this energy. We're also going to have a lot of our planets, because they're going to be conjunct with the sun for a large part of this month, they're going to be hiding behind the sun's rays. We're not going to be able to see them in the sky. And this is really going to cause a sense of a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot happening that is not necessarily visible. But as these planets do move out, then these things become more and more revealed. Mars is also playing an important role in the sky this month. Mars is one of the planets that really are going to be visible. And of course, Mars is all about rebellion, kicking up a fuss, standing up for the convictions, right? Getting things initiated. Mars is that war energy. It's that aggression energy. Of course, it doesn't need to be aggressive. So tapping into how we're feeling with that Mars energy and how are we using that Mars energy consciously. In terms of what I see on the cards for you guys, the general energy, I really do see that it is an amazing time for wishes coming true. It is an amazing time for you to be continuing with the good work of manifesting your desires, bringing focus to the dreams you are wishing to birth, bringing focus to what it is you wish to be seeing and creating in the world as we co-create a new world together. What is it you want to see? Aquarius energy is really great in terms of creating that vision for the future, right? And tapping into new ideas. And it's a very flexible energy. It's a very movable energy, right? It's an air energy. Air is not down here and grounded, and we don't have a lot of grounding energy about at the moment. I do see that a lot of you are going to be tapping into the love of life, tapping into the divine flow, allowing that beautiful Aquarius flowing energy to flow around you, allowing yourself to become like the wind, to become like the clouds, and to move and change and flow with those changes. But I really must urge you to be conscious about the kinds of changes you wish to implement in your life at this stage, as we see huge shifts happening. We're also going to be having a square between Uranus and Saturn, right? This is kind of an earthquake of change. This is a revolutionary kind of change. I certainly predict that there will be protests brewing, social movements brewing. All of the little meetings behind the scenes are happening to implement change upon a global level. And of course, I like to focus on the light, right? That is the work that I'm doing, the light work. And certainly if you're watching this, I believe you're a light worker as well. But this does not mean that the dark narratives are not existing, right? The people are meeting with the dark narratives as well as the people with the light narratives. So watch out for those. Be careful to not be blinded by things. Be careful to see through, to see the intentions behind certain plots, which is not to feed into the fear, but rather to liberate yourself from the fear and take the power into your hands by shifting your focus to what it is that you wish to grow and bring those wishes about. I do see that some of you are receiving already. Things are unfolding and wishes are coming true for you on personal levels. It is a great time to really tap into the meditative spaces. It is a great time to sit down and to listen to the callings of your soul and your spirit. And I do see for those of you who are taking the time to tap into those spaces, just really reaching new heights within your spiritual path. So do tap in if that's what you wish to manifest and create. I do see that there will be some proposals coming through. Some will be romantic in nature. Maybe some of you are literally going to be proposed to in this month, although I would say it's not a good month for actually tying the knot. And for those of you who are planning on proposing, please do so after the 21st. I think that would be better. There is a profound desire to just move on, right? We're still shaking off the residue of 2020 and we're shifting into a new energy of 2021, right? All of these planets coming into Aquarius, really setting the scenes for this theme of Aquarius. Really coming to terms with what that means, right? And of course it has the light side and the dark side. Aquarius can also be pessimistic, but we have the ability to transmute that pessimism into optimism, into our future goals, into new sustainable projects. There is this deep desire to move on, to move forward, to release the past, to forgive, to let go, and I must urge that this is the work that needs to happen. There is profound energy opening up for heightened spiritual abilities and an elevated spiritual path. And with this awakening card, the card of judgment, it's also known as the card of judgment, this really is your higher self coming down and calling you to that next layer of awakening, for I know that you have been through many awakenings before. I know that the wool has been lifted, the veils have been lifted so many times, but don't for a moment think that there isn't more. There is more for you to see, there is more for you to awaken to, there is more of yourself to see, there's more shadow work to be done as well. Lift these veils, come to that next layer of the awakening. February is going to be a spiritually intense month. A lot's going to be going on out here, a lot's going to be going on in here. And in order to integrate this properly, it is necessary for you to spend time in solitude. Please make sure you are going to that space of solitude daily for yourself, for your journey. Alright, these are the general energies for you guys. If you are enjoying, please do hit like, please do hit subscribe before you go on over and find the timestamp for your moon sign so that you don't have to watch through all of them. And of course, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please drop me an email. That's all linked below. And I'll see you in your moon sign reading. All right, Aries moon signs specifically for you. Oof, there are events happening for you that are occurring at great speed, which is kind of counter that Mercury retrograde energy. So just be careful that you are communicating clearly as things move steadily forward for you. And I'm sure this has to do with the Mars energy in the sky as well. There really are amazing new beginnings opening up for you, and while you are at this new beginning, at this precipice of a new start, and you're allowing these things to come into bloom, to come into blossom, right? Know that there is this exciting adventure ahead for you. But while there are many wonderful and exciting opportunities ahead, there will also be some twists and turns. There will also be some dangers. So do tap into your intuitive guidance system, your internal guidance system, your heart space, each step along the way, in order to make sure that it is feeling right for you. Do check in with how you feel about each person you're interacting with or going into business with. Check in with their intuitions. Believe in your ability to do so. Ask for the guidance from your guides. Bring it through and tap in, because there will be some dangers. Just watch out for those. And you know what? If you do find yourself in the mud, don't stress too much. You have all of the tools necessary to get yourself out. And so breathe through it if you find yourself there. It really is a new beginning for you. And I want to urge you to make sure that while you embark upon this new beginning, that you really imbue within this a new beginning in terms of the relationship you have with self. Do not forget the important work that you have done in terms of the relationship that you have with yourself. Your affirmations, looking in the mirror, telling yourself, I am powerful, I am worthy, I am connected, I am centered. Taking the time to do your meditation practice, whatever shape or form this takes for you, whatever that means to you. It might be walks in nature, but whatever it is that connects you with your soul, with your higher self, make sure that you continue to do this as things move forward quite steadily, quite quickly for you. Please make sure you're getting enough rest. There is this warning coming through that if you do not look after yourself, eat well, sleep well, do some breathing, maintain your stress levels, right? Because of course when you're very heavy and we've got all of this flighty air energy, everything's up here. Ground it down, do some breathing, do maintain yourself, do look after yourself. You could fall ill. You have been warned. This can be prevented. I do see paperwork coming through for you. I do see something to do with something structural. Perhaps it's a visa, perhaps it's a new contract, perhaps it's a new business that you're forming and you're doing the paperwork. But I do see that paperwork coming through for you. I feel like you've been asking for it, you've been calling for it. It is coming through. I see it happening closer to the end of the month for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed that, do hit like and subscribe. This is how you can support me as well. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, do send me an email, which is linked below. Many blessings. All right, for Taurus moon signs, welcome. Oh, I see that it is essential and absolutely necessary for you to focus upon opening your heart this month of February. Let your heart guide you. Let your heart be the leader. I feel that some of you, and understandably so, you have been through so much, and this has caused you to place some walls, some boundaries around the heart space. But boundaries around the heart space does not serve you. You need to feel. Even if it's sadness that you need to feel, you need to move through that. It is opening your heart that will ensure that you are where you need to be this month of February. Take time to rest, take a vacation, take some time off, be kind to yourself. Rest is necessary. Soul time is necessary for you. Heart opening is necessary for you. I do see new beginnings happening for you in terms of romantic relationships, soulmate relationships. For some of you, it might not be romantic. For some of you, it may be a partnership in business where you do just feel a soul connection and you know there's a reason why you are together. For some of you, you're already in relationships and those relationships are really just taking a new beginning, right? You're reassessing how you treat each other, you're reassessing how you speak to each other, you're reassessing the actions you take to make each other feel loved and supported, and the actions you take to make yourselves feel loved and supported, to become less needy within the relationship, to recognize that you are whole and complete human beings within that relationship, so that you can create the space for each other to be exactly where you need to be. It is a time of taking new action, new words, speaking new loving words, being more conscious within the action and the word and the thinking space within these soulmate relationships. Towards the end of the month, you are going to feel that a loss has occurred, and it may be within this relationship. It may even be the loss of this relationship, for some of you, not for all of you. But there is this sense of having lost something. And I want to warn you against spending too much time focusing on, oh, this is lost, oh, this is lost. That's the victim narrative. And by this, I don't mean that you should not mourn. Allow yourself to feel through the things you need to feel, right? Open the heart, feel the things. And I think this is one of the reasons why this heart opening is coming through so importantly for you. While you are so focused on loss, you are unable to see the new doors that are opening up, because loss always occurs so that something new can come through. Allow yourself to feel and be where you are, but at the same time, open up your eyes, open up your heart, and feel through the new energetic portals that are opening up, and look out for the new opportunities. It is the dawning of a new age. It is a new beginning for you. I'm so excited for you, Taurus moons. If you enjoyed that, please do hit like and subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a full tarot reading with me, drop me an email for a quote. It's all linked below. And I'll see you next time. Cancer moon signs, welcome. It's going to be essential for you to remain grounded through this time in order to help you, because you are very sensitive souls. Cancer moons, always so sensitive, always feeling so much, and I know you're going to be feeling all of the collective tensions, right? We're moving through a huge shift. You're really going to be feeling, you're going to be feeling that Saturn-Uranus square, you're going to be feeling that Mercury retrograde, you're going to be feeling through it all. And the thing that helps you to feel connected and to feel more stable is to make sure you ground, spend time in nature, and bring yourself back to the practical things that you need to do. And take step by step, right? Don't get too frustrated by that retrograde energy. Just breathe. I do see that there are going to be quite a few triggers for you this month. And of course, being able to see ahead that there are going to be the triggers allows you to prepare yourself emotionally and to choose beforehand how is it you would like to respond to those triggers. Do you want to lash out with those crab claws? Or do you want to tap into your heart space and to come from a grounded place, a conscious place, and to speak from your heart space, to speak with love and to speak with compassion, even if maybe the people who are triggering you are not behaving in their highest self and from their heart-centered self. Please do something for yourself this month in terms of creatively expressing yourself. I feel that this is really going to help you to heal and move through the emotion and to allow the emotion to channel through, right? Maybe you put some music on and just dance and sing a little bit. It doesn't matter. It can be when no one else is looking. It's just about tapping into that divine flow, right? And of course, with that watery moon sign, that Cancer, it's so important for you to learn to flow. I do feel this energy of incubation, of pregnancy, of sitting on an idea and allowing it to grow. And you know, it's like you've planted the seed and now it's just growing below the ground or growing within the belly, and you're not quite ready to fully birth this idea yet. But that doesn't mean things aren't happening. That doesn't mean work isn't moving forward, right? It just means it's not in its full fruition just yet. Part of this process is releasing and letting go of things from the past. There are still some things in your childhood which are cropping up, and you can take those triggering moments as indicators of what it is you still need to release and let go of and heal from your past. And this is what's really going to help accelerate that incubation project or process of whichever project you are currently growing underneath, below the surface. I want you to remember the immense importance there is for you in sharing what you have with others. That this is what creates your abundance and your flow. I do see that there are a few hiccups for you around the beginning of the month, and perhaps there is this tendency for you to want to fall into a victim narrative and to want to fall into those feelings which make you feel like you're not abundant. And I want to urge you to continue doing the work of shifting your vibration towards abundance, because if you do so, I do see that by the end of the month you're really going to be sitting in such a high vibrational space that high vibration is really materializing into physical abundance. And the thing you're going to realize is that that was always available. It's just now you're able to access it. Now you're able to fully tap into it. So do that necessary work and bring yourself into that abundance space. It absolutely is possible for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer Moons. If you enjoyed, please hit like, please hit subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you want a full tarot reading, drop me an email. Gemini moon signs, welcome. Oh, I see a lot of creativity, a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of forward motion for you guys. Despite the fact that it's going to be Mercury retrograde, I see things pushing forward quite nicely for you. I see for you success, I see for you abundance, I see for you good luck in your love life. So for those of you who are in relationships, we just see a resurgence of passion, right? For those of you calling in new relationships, we see a lot of luck aligning in terms of calling in those right people. And sometimes the right people are not the right people forever, but are the right people for that moment to bring us a certain lesson, to teach us something, to show us something, to allow something to unfold. Because of course all of our relationships are mirrors. Stretch out your wings, Gemini moons, and fly. It is the time. You've waited long enough. You are a divine being. It is time for you to soar. It is time for you to move forward with these projects. And the thing is, you're going to be sitting with both of these energies, right? You're going to be sitting with polarities. You're going to see that there is dark in the world. You're going to see that there is light, and you are going to see that you have the power to shift your focus. So where are you shifting focus? In terms of dealing with a lot of this ungrounded Aquarius air energy, lots of up here, grounding is very important for you, bringing through balance, right? Spending some time in nature, spending some time meditating on your heart space, spending enough time resting, right? Just because there's a lot going on doesn't mean you should now work late into the night. That actually doesn't serve you, right? The quality of the hours that you can put in when you get a good night's rest is so much better than when you don't. I want to precaution you against making decisions too quickly this month of February. Weigh up your options, and I know you guys like to make those very quick snap decisions with how you're feeling in that moment, but sometimes you're making that decision from a mind space or just from an impulsive space instead of really asking yourself how you feel about it. So please do tap into that heart space before making those very important decisions. Of course, we have that Mercury retrograde energy, that slowing down of communications, of logistics, of movements. But at the same time, we have all of this air energy, which is speeding things up, and we have this Mars energy going on, which is also quite a fast and aggressive energy, right? And with your Gemini moon, you can also be a little bit. Just check in that the decisions you are making are truly aligned with your heart's desires. Balance is the key for you. Get enough rest. If you enjoyed that, please do hit like, please do hit subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a full reading with me, please drop me an email for a quote. Until next time, with love. Leo moon signs. And I'm certain that the Leo moon, the Leo full moon on the 28th was a beautiful heart opener for you. So I really hope that you accessed that energy, brought yourself into that heart space. Of course, the heart is very important for that Leo energy, right? You are very much ruled by the heart, but when you're not coming from that space of heart-centeredness, that's when things can go wrong. When you're coming from a space of just ego or mind space, that's when the triggers are really, really real. And your triggers will be tested this month of February. So please watch out for that. Please make sure you're tapping into the heart space. Please think consciously around what it is that you wish to bring about when there is a trigger, because the triggers will be present. There is necessity for you to be objective, to take an objective stance when making a decision early on in this month, to really weigh up the options carefully, and to take the time to clear away the things that no longer serve you. And I feel like this is a theme that's going to carry through this month for you as you approach the heightened triggers, which will, I really feel around the 10th to the 13th, those triggers are really going to be heightened. People around you are going to be feeling triggered, and they are going to trigger you. So how would you like to respond? And what is it that it is highlighting for you in terms of what no longer serves you and what you can clear away, what inner work you can do, and how you can approach and respond consciously to these triggers instead of reacting in the old patterned ways from childhood. In some ways, there's almost too much going on at once for you. and your energy is feeling a little bit split, and this is making you feel a little bit drained, I would really, again, encourage you to clear away the things that no longer serve you. Look at your schedule, look at your goals, and look at what is actually just draining your energy and not really bringing you closer to the space that you want to be in. Really assess and be brave enough to cut those things out. There is a need for you to make an important decision this month. Take a playful approach, right? Playfulness is one of those energies really associated with that Leo energy. That playful energy is really how you can tap into the heart space. Do something creative and just enter into that playful energy. I do get the sense that financially things are going to be looking up for you this month. You're going to see yourself coming in from the cold. I do feel like the workspace is incredibly busy for you. It's incredibly abundant for you. And in some ways, this is what's creating a lot of those triggers, right? And you're almost feeling a little bit at your end. So again, something needs to be cleared away. Something needs to be weeded out. Something that's no longer serving you. Possibly even more than one thing, right? Things are really going to speed up at the end of the month. So enjoy the little bit of slowness that you have in the beginning of the month. Step into that retrograde energy with consciousness. Keep bringing yourself into the heart space. And when things speed up, remember to look after yourself, your needs, and to do your meditation and spiritual work. And you don't have to be so serious about it. Be playful. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please do hit like and subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, please drop me an email link below. See you next time. With love. Oh, Virgo moon signs. I know it's one of those Virgo tendencies to tap into self-doubt and worry and become obsessive about that worry narrative over and over, playing the same story over and over. Wasting your energy, focusing on the problem, perceived problem, right? Instead of spending time clearing away all the debris in your mind, coming into a space of centeredness and calling for the solutions to come through. When you focus so much on thinking the problem over and over and over, you are creating that problem for yourself over and over. You are creating self-fulfilling prophecies. Be careful with your divine energy. Where you focus is what you allow to grow. Take that focus, because you have the ability with that Virgo energy. You have that ability to bring a pinpoint focus. It is a real gift. But bring that pinpoint focus upon dwelling on the things that you wish to grow, not the problems. I'm getting the sense that some of you are having sleepless nights, and I really, really, really think you need to do everything in your power to get a good night's sleep. To learn how to switch off your mind space so that you can get some rest. Because that obsessive thinking, it's not serving you. It's not serving you. And I know that the Mercury retrograde really affects you very intensely. Of course, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and now Mercury is slowed down. And so you perceive all of these problems coming about. And it's okay, it is your nature to see the problems, but don't dwell on them. Don't think over it obsessively. Let it go. Review and evaluate the things that you are spending your time on. Review where it is that you wish your life to go. and make a favorable assessment of the facts. You are so good at this with your hypercritical mind. You are so good at looking at the facts of a situation and seeing the bigger picture. Bring yourself into the bigger picture. See all the different angles. Review and evaluate and reassess where it is you are going. Because it is truly time for you to move in a new direction. And I know you're going to feel what that direction is. And February really is that month where it becomes clear. At the beginning of the month, it's not going to feel so clear. It's going to become clearer as you reach the end of the month. There is a gaping, unknown element for you, Virgos. And this is because you are busy choosing a new direction. And for a lot of you, it's very unsure about what direction that is. But what is 100% sure is that you are at the beginning of a new cycle. And a new cycle is a space of all possibility, but also no possibility. It is the space of joy and new beginnings and exciting adventures, but it is also a space of naivety for the journey ahead, and there is the presence of danger. So tread carefully. Think about each step, not obsessively. And do tap into how you feel within your heart space, because you can sometimes tend to be a little bit too mind ruled. Come into contact with your emotions. Really, really feel through the things. Really, really open your heart. For some of you, I feel there's a new romantic partnership coming through. For some of you, I feel there is a new level of understanding between current partnerships. This can be both romantic, or it can be with siblings, it can be with parents, it can be with business partnerships, friendships, etc. But new heightened levels of understanding your emotions and the emotions of others and the way these emotions interact with each other, right? A deepened sensitivity to those emotions, which is really going to help you to propel forward in more conscious ways. Out of the head into the heart. This is the key message for you, beautiful Virgo moon signs. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please hit like and subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you want a full personal reading with me, drop me an email for a quote. See you next time. Lots of love. Hello Libra moon signs, welcome. Oh, I'm feeling that you guys have been really quite successful over January. I'm feeling that you are taking time in the month of February to take stock of all of your achievements, to look with love and joy and gratitude, and I certainly encourage this, at everything you have created up to this point. To recognize the success that you are, and to recognize that while you've achieved all of these certain goals, that has caused you to have new, broadened goals. And so as you are at the end of some cycles, you are just beginning some new cycles. And you really have learned a lot about how to tap into abundance. And you know, a lot of that journey of reaching these goals, a lot of that was difficult. And a lot of those difficult situations are now coming to a conclusion, or coming to an end, and you're really just taking stock. You're really stepping into new, profound understandings of how to flow, how to bring through your abundance, which is really going to be tested as you move through the Mercury retrograde. But I think you know how to finesse this energy. I feel that you know how to finesse this energy, how to shift and flow and change. You are, of course, an air moon sign, and Libra and Aquarius get on pleasantly. So enjoy this beautiful Aquarius energy while it's about. Use your ability to flow. Use your profound understanding and knowledge that you have already gained of how to ground yourself. Very important for you to learn how to ground yourself. Because of course this is part of how you remain in the flow of creating your abundance. I feel so much wealth and success for you this month. Do tap into those beautiful energies. And it really, really, really is the end of a phase. Some of you are completely changing jobs. Some of you are ending contracts. Some of you are ending relationships. There is just so much profound shifting, endings and new beginnings, transformations. Oof. This is a whole new paradigm shift for you, Libra moons. A complete release of the old and stepping into the new. Consciously step into a new world. One that you visualize, one that you wish to bring about. Good luck with these profound, profound transformations. For some of you, I really am feeling that you're recovering from something quite dark, something like an addiction, possibly you're seeing ego mirrors. For the first time, you are really just able to diffuse them. You're recognizing that the bad that you see in someone else is also just a mirror and a reflection, and you're realizing that the space where you can change that is within yourself. Oh, leaps and bounds of shifting for you, Libra moons. Oh, I wish for you the happiest of transformations. If you did enjoy that, please hit like and subscribe. And of course, if you would like a personal, in-depth tarot reading with me, drop me an email link below. Until next time, with love. Hello, Scorpio moon signs, and welcome to your prediction. Scorpio moons, the most important message coming through for you this month is balance, balance, balance. Bring balance into your partnerships. Bring balance into your relationships. Bring balance into the relationship you have with yourself. Bring balance into the relationship that you have with Spirit. Focus, focus, focus upon balancing the energies out. Balance is your key this month. I do see some beautiful romantic energies for you. I do see some soulmate relationships being forged. Some of you already have those soulmate relationships present. And of course, you're just recognizing how deep those bonds go. Bring balance into those, because of course, Scorpio moons, you can sometimes become a bit obsessive. Recognize that pattern within yourself so that you can transmute it, and so that you can catch yourself, and so that you don't bring that overbearing and controlling nature over those that you are in relationship with. See yourself. Use the Mercury retrograde energy to see yourself, because there will be some triggers coming through. You are going to be weighing up an important decision this month. There is a sense of you've worked really hard, you've planted a lot of seeds, now you're kind of waiting for those opportunities to show themselves. You're waiting for that magic to come through. I see it coming closer to the end of the month for you. Remember the importance of being able to focus upon your dreams and what it is you wish to create, instead of spending too long swimming around in the deep, dark, depressing pools that sometimes you like to go to, and it's part of your nature, that's okay. Sometimes it's necessary just so that you can re-arise as the phoenix, but do so. Do arise as the phoenix. Do become reborn, and do know that good things are on its way to you. You are being called to remember that there is justice, because I know you guys sometimes like to look at the injustices in the world, and then you like to carry it around on your shoulders, and you like to feel like, it's all so depressing, it's all too much, it's so difficult, right? There's racism and sexism and classism and all of those isms. Please know that in the great scheme of things, there is divine justice and there is divine balance. Tap into that balance and bring that balance into your life, and balance yourself out and bring the light in. And do not dwell too long upon the dark narrative. Use your ability to ignite passions and to focus upon manifesting your goals, your dreams, your desires. For when you are focusing here, when you are focusing upon rising, this is when the world is at your feet, the world is your oyster. This is when you can pick and choose the opportunities that you want. There is this tendency for you to cry over spilt milk, right? Sometimes things don't turn out exactly the way you'd hoped. And then you go, Be careful. Because while you're focusing there, brooding over this thing went wrong, actually, there's new golden opportunities, beautiful blessings appearing, but you cannot see them when you're looking here at the spilled milk. It's spilled. Let it go. Let it go. Memories are resurfacing from your childhood. And I feel this specifically for you over the Mercury retrograde time. Triggers are appearing which are reminding you of things from your childhood, and these things are re-emerging so that you can release them, do that necessary releasing work. You know how to do this. And it's not by dwelling there forever and ever, right? Sometimes you're actually romanticizing the past and elements of the past, and I would like to remind you that you weren't actually exactly happy then either. And you can't go back there, right? You can't go back there. What you do have is this present moment right now. Focus there, bring your joy there, do your healing there, here, right now. Release and rise. Beautiful Scorpio moons. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please do hit like, please hit subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a full personal reading with me, drop me an email for a quote. And until next time, with love. Hello Sagittarius moon signs, and welcome. This Mercury retrograde, you guys are going to be triggered and taken back to a space of hurt, a space from your past, right? This person is triggering you, but actually they're not responsible for the way you're feeling. You are responsible for the way you're feeling, and the feeling that is emerging is actually linked with a betrayal from the past. Something you really need to forgive, release, and let go of. And I encourage you to do some deep soul searching in being able to identify what it is, to bring it to the light, to call in your guides and ask them to help you to transmute that energy and to release those daggers from your back, because carrying around those daggers those strands of guilt, those cords, really do not serve you. Do this healing work, release and let go. I am feeling that throughout this Mercury retrograde energy, it's going to be necessary for you to do some research, some reading, some learning, some growing, gaining perhaps a new skill, maybe doing some further research in the area that you are wishing to explore. Because I really see a great and profound transformation happening for you by the end of the month. A complete shift in energy, right? And it's going to be necessary for you to mourn the old version of your life, to let go of the old version of your life, and to step fully with power into the new version of you, the new version of your life, and the nature that it takes. Do so from an empowered space. Speak your mind with confidence. Speak your truth with confidence. But tap into your heart space before you do so. Don't just respond to triggers in the same old way that you've been responding your whole life. Really integrate a new way of responding this February. Something does occur for you over the Mercury retrograde where you kind of made a bad decision. It's a little bit of an unwise choice. Of course, it's possible for you to shift this energy by watching this beforehand and then shift it. If you do still make the unwise choice, the unwise decision, and you find yourself there, just do the best you can with the situation you find yourself in. Learn what you can from the situation and review all of the people involved. Review their motives and then make a choice from there. Bring heart and feeling into it. I do feel that this is actually a necessary moment for you to move through in order to come to the space of complete transformation, to step into your new life. This month really sets the tone for your whole year. Please walk consciously through it. Yeah, it's really important for you to balance out your mental considerations, your mind space, with the heart and the feeling space. Don't just make a decision from here. Because sometimes it feels wrong, but you logically explain it away and it sounds okay here in the logical space. But if it feels wrong, don't do it. Don't do it. Spend a good deal of time meditating, because this is going to help you to move through this very profound shifting experience. I'm wishing you the most beautiful transformations, Sagittarius moons. Of course, if you enjoyed that, please hit like, please hit subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a full tarot reading with me, drop me an email for a quote, link below. Until next time, with love. Capricorn moon signs, you guys get some of the nicest cards. Oof, you have planted some very powerful seeds into fertile soil. And while there may be a temporary pause in the action, in the forward motion as we move into the Mercury retrograde, please know that things are still moving behind the scenes vibrationally, and that these seeds that you have planted, they are going to grow. And these are divine ideas, and they are worth your energy. And as you know, with that beautiful Capricorn energy, it's not about this big success story overnight, right? It's about laying those very powerful foundations of success. You're a little bit worried when things are not moving forward. And I want you to know this worry is unfounded. Let it go. Bring yourself into the abundance mindset. Bring yourself into the abundant feeling. Bring yourself into the loving feeling. Bring yourself into the space where you feel good, and remind yourself you are worthy of this success that is already on its way to you. I really feel for you guys the inflow of abundance. I really feel exciting things opening up for you. I really feel new beginnings. I really feel that this is an exciting new beginning. This business venture, very promising. Very promising. The right contracts are coming. The right paperwork is coming. Whatever storms you have been through, those clouds are parting and you are seeing that silver lining. Believe in the light. Believe in the storm clearing. Believe in the flow. Believe in your victory. You're gonna be seeing this victory already in the month of February. In fact, I think you may be lucky enough to even see it before the end of the Mercury retrograde. If you shift your vibration accordingly, you can actually manifest this during the retrograde. Absolute success. Victory, victory, victory is what I feel. And of course, these kinds of successes and victories, they're never just physical and material, because for you, I'm seeing it as a double stream. I'm seeing two lines. It's your spiritual life and it's your material life. And so it's coming through in the abundance streams, it's coming through with the financial support, while it's coming through in the energetic streams, it's coming through with you tapping into your spiritual nature. And you are lifting ever more veils and growing in consciousness, understanding more, awakening to more of who you are. I am so excited, Capricorn moons, for this glorious energy for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, please hit like and subscribe. And of course, if you would like a full tarot reading with me, drop me an email for a quote. I'm very excited to work with you. And until next time, with love. Hello, Aquarius moons. Welcome to your prediction. Oh, it's going to be so important for you guys to bring in a grounding energy, to consciously ground yourselves during this time where, of course, there's so much Aquarius energy about, so much air energy, so much flow and change and looseness. I do get the sense that there are still some problematic ideas you have around abundance, around how money works, around what you guys need to understand is that everything in the physical realm is just a manifestation of energy. And I know on a conceptual level you understand this, but I need you to recognize how some of the programming you've received is preventing you from fully tapping into the understanding of that energetic flow, right? Money is just an energy. It's not good or bad. It's not evil or loving. It is just an energy. And the force that you can place behind it is whatever energy you choose to use, right? And if you open up those energy portals of receiving and giving freely in a balanced way, right? Because if you're too frivolous with the money, you're not cautious about your divine energy. Allow your finances to flow into very specific spaces where you wish things to grow. Your priorities, your divine energy, your focus. I hope this is making sense. If you're going to place the feeling of fear around paying bills, This is going to create energetic blocks. Pay the bills you need to pay with love. Check in with that relationship you have with money, because let me tell you, what the cards are telling me is that the only thing holding you back is your understanding of that energy and how it flows. There is more than enough work for you. There is more than enough abundance for you. How are you accessing that abundance? This can be an incredibly financially affluent month for you. You can really tap into those streams. You have that ability. It's available. And the other thing that's really truly available for you is a happy family life, a happy home, healed relationships, really bringing the home space. And of course, this can be a metaphorical home space as well. You know, maybe you think about the business you've built as a type of home space, and you create your happy home family there, right? Of course, perhaps it's a traditional family home life. Or maybe you live with roommates, right? That's another form of a family. However you define what that family is, I really see that you are able to take these relationships into new heights of understanding, of love, of compassion. And sometimes in order to get to those spaces, we have to move through some difficult conversations. Sometimes there have to be some miscommunications so that we can identify, I'm not being understood. And that must mean you must feel not understood. And then we build new bridges of understanding through having necessary conversations. Conversations that come from the heart space. There is necessity for you to be practical and grounded in how you go about doing things this month, because you will be tempted to be swept up into the urge of all of this air energy to just flap in the wind. Don't just flap in the wind. Ground yourself down. Root your flag into the ground. And then allow yourself to flow with the wind and flap in the wind in a grounded way, with roots. I hope this makes sense for you, beautiful Aquarius moons. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit like, please hit subscribe. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, with love. Beautiful Pisces moons. There has been a lot of success for you. Sometimes I feel like you're not seeing exactly how much you've achieved, and I really would like for you to take some stock this month of February and just look at where you sit right now. In so many ways, there was a time in your life where that was your end goal vision, right? And you've already achieved it, right? You're at the end of a cycle. And while you're at the end of the cycle and you're setting out new goals and you're setting out new visions, don't forget to recognize and to give thanks for how much you've moved through, right? Throughout this catastrophic or pandemic kind of energy, you have been through many emotions. You've felt a lot. Of course, Pisces moon energy, you feel a lot of that collective energy. It's been quite hard work for you to transmute that energy, to sit with it, to allow it to flow through, to sift out what is yours and what belongs to other people as well. But you really are abundant. You really are successful. And I want you to really acknowledge that and really give thanks for it, and to give thanks even for the difficulties, even for the pandemic. For it has been a great revealer. It has been a necessary thing that has caused pause and then action, because pause causes inner action, inner work, shadow work. And so many of the light workers were given the opportunity last year to really rise to the occasion and do all of that inner work that they've been meaning to do for so long. And I know you're one of them, many of you at least. This month, as we move through the Mercury retrograde, it's very important for you to check in with your heart's desires. It's important for you to check in with your passions. What is it that gets your fire burning? What is it that fills you with life, with joy, with expansion and focus there? And you know, for some of you, you're not able yet to do this as a career. But it would be a damn shame if you did not do at least some of the thing that makes you, that just stirs you on the inside. Even if it's just a once-a-week dance class or something like this. For many of you, you're brave enough to step into making this your full-time gig. And I congratulate every one of you for tapping into those creative powers, because this is when that energy flows through you in the most divine ways, and this is when you are able to tap into the energy of joy, of happiness, of expansion, of abundance. It's all about how you feel. It's all about the vibration that you are putting out into the universe, and you have the ability to shift that vibration in whichever direction you so choose, no matter what is going on externally, no matter what is happening. Lockdowns, restrictions, pandemic, diseases, you still have the ability to shift your vibration, and you know it. You are powerful. I see that a lot of you will be shifting careers this month. I see that a lot of you will be receiving gifts of money, gifts of abundance, sort of unexpected windfalls, perhaps inheritances for some of you. Maybe some of you are even taking out loans to invest in something that's really meaningful, that you really believe in. And some of you are paying off loans, which is really just making you feel more abundant, because of course then you have that extra bit of monthly income that's no longer going towards that. But there really is just this upsurgence in joy, happiness, abundance. Again, this is always a choice. Do tap into it, beautiful Pisces moons. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit like, please hit subscribe. This is how you can help me to grow. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, please drop me an email. Everything's linked below. Until next time, with love.